Hello guys, I'm out in the woods at Åsebø testing my Ace Pro and Action 4. I'm just trying today to find a sweet spot for setting the right sharpness. I want to do as little as possible when I'm editing my footage, and then trying to find the right sharpening is actually crucial. So I'm going to do some side by side so you can tell me what you think and which setting is the best. Probably setting sharpness in post is the best thing to do, and that means setting sharpness as low as possible in camera, which I have right now. But we're gonna do some side by side, and maybe you can tell me which of the setting you think look best on the Ace Pro and Action 4. The camera is set to standard or normal color profile today without HDR on the Ace Pro, because sometimes, especially when vlogging, HDR look like crap. And today, yeah, it's a bright day, but it's not sunny, so using HDR today, I don't see the point. HDR can ruin the footage sometimes. It looks just a little bit strange. So I normally use my camera without HDR, and on the Action 4 you don't have HDR, but you have 10-bit, which means that this camera can perform really good, and you have so much more color information. But the Ace Pro is a good camera and I like it, but we're gonna find and see if we can find a sweet spot for setting the right sharpening. I also set the white balance to 5500, so it's fixed, not adjusting at all, so it should be as similar as possible as you can get it with these two cameras. But what I'm seeing on my Action 4, you actually have 5 settings for setting sharpening, from -2 to +2. That means probably that 0 or is medium on the Action 4, but you have actually 5 settings, so remember that. On the Ace Pro you have 4, from low to medium to high to highest. But we're gonna compare it and you can tell me what you think. So let's keep on going. I'm gonna show you some clips now, side by side footage with these two cameras. So tell me what you think. Let's go. Okay guys, so we now switch the sharpness to medium on the Ace Pro and -1 on the Action 4. You can actually set the Action 4 to -2, -1, 0 and +1 and +2. You actually have the same on the Ace Pro. You have low, medium, high and highest. So this is medium setting on both camera, you can say. So what do you think about the image quality vlogging like this? We're gonna do the same thing as we've done with the low setting, take some clips and see which of them performs best. I'm holding the camera as far away as I can, so pay attention to the focus, because I'm struggling a little bit with the Ace Pro in medium focus setting. It seems to be a little bit blurry and out of focus sometimes, but it's supposed to be more or less infinity focus on the camera. And I actually turned off face priority, and maybe that will help the Ace Pro focus a little bit better. I don't know, it's set to matrix. I don't know what that means, but matrix seems to be more infinity than face priority, because I've been struggling a little bit about that. So maybe everything is in focus now, and maybe matrix is the way to go. I don't know, we're gonna do the same thing. Run, take some clips in medium setting on both of these cameras and see if that's the sweet spot for the sharpening. So let's get running. I told you that you have 4 settings to set the sharpness on the Ace Pro. On the Action 4 you actually have 5. -2 to +2, and you have 0, which it's many reasons will say that it's medium on the Action 4. So this should be medium now on the Action 4 compared to medium on the Ace Pro. We're going to see the difference between -1 and 0 on the Action 4. Maybe -1 is more the sweet spot on the Action 4. I've been shooting with medium on both camera for a long time, and I don't recommend going over medium when you're adding sharpness in camera. And that's the reason why I'm doing this test, to see if it's best to add sharpening in post. But like I said in the beginning, for most people, they want to do as little as editing as possible, especially using an action camera, because it's limited what you can do with the color profiles on an action camera, especially in normal color. You can do much more on the Action 4 since it's 10-bit, so it's actually possible to grade the footage a little bit, tweak it on the Action 4, not as much on the Ace Pro, because 8-bit breaks quite fast actually if you try to push it too hard or too far. So what do you think? This is medium on the Action 4 compared to medium on the Ace Pro. So let's do some more running clips and see what's the sweet spot on this camera. Let's continue. Let's wrap it up. But this is probably not the setting you want to use. This is the highest sharpening. But I do think that this is the setting you want to use on your action camera, especially the Ace Pro and Action 4. Setting the sharpness to the lowest, and if you need to, you can add sharpening in post. So what do you think so far? What do you think about the image, the comparison side by side, and which of the sharpness setting would you use? Or am I doing something wrong? I don't know. For me, this is important to test, and I hope that of course you like the videos I make, and probably it will help you decide what to do with your action camera. Like I said in the beginning, using an action camera is usually just pushing the button and start recording and do as little as possible. But you need a camera that can perform good in almost every weather conditions. And my experience so far, like I said many times before, DJI is probably my favorite camera, but that doesn't mean that the Ace Pro isn't good. I think it's a really good camera, and they made some updates to it and just increasing and doing it better and better. But still, I think that the Action 4 has the little edge over the Ace Pro, but that doesn't mean that the Ace Pro won't be better with updates. But DJI is doing exactly the same thing. They are giving us updates all the time. But for me, the most important thing actually, I think, is that on the Action 4 you have 10-bit and you have a better log profile. That's important for me. But some people love the HDR on the Ace Pro. I don't use it that much. I think it looks kind of fake, but it can perform really good in nice weather. How's the focus been today? That's something I want to test too with these two cameras. That's going to be the next video, I think. So tell me what you think down in the description, using the different sharpening setting and the side-by-side footage, which of them did perform best. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one, and have a fantastic day. Bye.